Why is believing in and being 100% sure in the goodness of the future so important? I recently came to realization that through my near-death experiences, through the power of infinite intelligence, begin to have glimpses into knowledge of 33-degree Masons, because one guy that I follow beautifully explained how they have, through the initiations, a ritual, kind of ritual, actually ritual, where they perform something like death and rebirth. So the new member and the one who is worthy of 33-degree knowledge, which is the highest knowledge in that society. So what that ritual represents? It represents what is most important for every single human being to experience on this journey, and that's awakening. Awakening from the old self to new self. Literally, that concept of parallel universes and parallel realities is more and more present. For a certain amount of time, I doubted in that, but through my personal experiences, I literally now know that that's the truth, and that as well as you choose which shoes will you put on every time that you are putting your shoes on, you are choosing identities. And as well as you are choosing your shoes and which shoes to put on, you are choosing your realities, not day-to-day basis, minute from minute, second from second, because all the quantum physicians that I'm watching and all the people who are far, far, far in front of me in that knowledge say that reality is literally flickering all the time. We are every moment in, out, in, out, in, out, based on your perception of reality. So that's why it is so important to be 100% certain in the goodness of the future. Why? You will be in that reality, and everything from the outer world will prove you that you are living in life, and you are witnessing experiences that are affirming that you are living in certainty and goodness of the now, therefore certainty and goodness of the future. So people are lost and confused and scared because they are either ruminating about the past, or they are afraid from the future pain. So in either way, even if you are in the future or in the past, you lost the connection with the present moment, and now is the point of arrival. So if you are in the now scared, that means that you will be scared 1 hour from now, and this evening, and tomorrow, and 20 years from now. But if you are now, no matter your circumstances, completely fine with whatever it is, that's the promise that you are good to go. Because it's never about what's going around, it's about the meaning that you're giving to that which is going on around. And that's one of the greatest books and one of my favorites, Man in Search for Meaning. Literally, the biggest pain can be turned into gold, and you have the ability to become what they refer as Midas touch. What Midas touch is, whatever you touch, you turn into gold. Whatever you touch, you turn into gold. That's the base of alchemy. So turning metals into gold and turning everything into gold. When you are at that level, when you learn how to neutralize everything that's unpleasant into pleasant, when you are able to every painful experience turn into fuel. So back to 33-degree knowledge. So I became aware that that knowledge was given to me literally, fallen from sky, from above, into my lap through near-death experiences. Because what else can I find challenging if I was brave and I was chosen to experience it and to come back and to speak about it, because I think that the main reason why I was brought back is to speak about it. I literally yesterday watched one of great women who is awesome in this area of spirituality and mindset and how the brain and thoughts work. And until, because I still have a lot of work to do, and I think, and she also said that as long as we are here and as long as we breathe, we must learn. Because if you are not a lifelong learner, you will always be behind. You'll be fine, but that won't be fully satisfying living experience. But when you're always eager to know and to improve yourself and to have that power inside that no one can mess around with you, literally everything becomes, even this cup of coffee, which is random, mundane task, becomes fully beautiful, fully living experience. Because I know how it feels when I had tube in my main vein. I know how it feels when I was literally imagining how it would feel to again taste water in my mouth. I literally know how it feels to awaken from the anesthesia and to have so unpleasant, dry feeling inside of my mouth. I was so thirsty that I literally begged for one drop of water, but because of medications and everything that they were given to me through the surgery, I couldn't drink. So that's why I'm saying how much important it is to put awareness or on all your experiences, whether you are reading, whether you are speaking, whether you're, and also to run away from those. When you feel that something is off in person, run. As the saying goes, never give a person second chance to show you who they are. Never, because they will only continue to repeat. And if you're a people pleaser, you will, they will be better, they will never be better. So if you feel something is off, run. Run away for your life. So put awareness in everything, because nothing is granted. and everything that we perceive as just walking, just talking, just breathing. My heart is just pulsating. I'm taking a shower, so what? I know how it felt to pray God to once again be able to feel how it is when you smell unclean after days and days in hospital. How it feels when I am, because I'm laying in bed and I have all that tubes in my belly and in my neck, and I'm having tubes in my veins. Literally, all I can do is blink. And I had some other people in my room, and I remember how desperately I wanted just someone to open the window. But everyone is busy with other work. Yes, they came afterwards, but that woman beside me, she was doing the big thing in bed. So imagine the smell and all those things that are not so pleasant. But now uh, that's why I'm saying I give a gratitude, and I say thank you even to my window, literally, because I know how it feels when someone must do the big thing in bed and you're there unable to open the window smelling it many times a day, twice in hospital. First time 11 days, second time I was even one day longer. Back to the woman who is great in all this spirituality and mind work. Until last night, I thought that I lost my mind. And I'm questioning my first surgery and first near-death experience happened on January 11th, 2020. Everything started about 3 p.m., where I felt tremendous pain in my stomach. It was something that I wouldn't wish upon nobody to experience. So I will, through this, speak more and more about it and in details, but when I feel that I'm ready. For now, for so long, so 5 years from now, I was many times pondering and wondering, am I losing my mind, and what was actually going on back then, because I felt pulled towards other side, literally. And as I mentioned before, it felt like I'm going home from a vacation. Like if I weren't brought back, there is waking up and this is dream. So there is one great poem where uh, I don't know how exactly is written, but I will find it and I will read. It's something like that. What if this is a dream and when we go, we are actually waking up? I more and more believe in that because I know how I felt. And for so long, I didn't share that even with my parents, with my close circle, because I thought that they will question my sanity, even though I'm not someone who cares what other will think, but I didn't want it to put that mind-bugging stuff in their head, because they went through a lot with me. And it was even harder for them, because once I was off and I was unconscious, I didn't even care, and they had to go through it fully aware. So it was much easier for me than for my parents. But what I felt then, for 5 years now, were literally mystery for myself because I was pulled to not come back here. And she spoke about it last night, that when she was younger, if it happened that she crossed over, she would say, God, this is some mistake, bring me back to life. I adore life, bring me back to life, this is some mistake. But she is, I think, just 1 or 2 years younger than me. Last night she said that if that would happen now, she would say, I'm fine, don't bring me back. Because through her practice and through her evolving in this spiritual journey, she knows how things work, and she knows that death and birth are just continuations, and death in physical is birth in spiritual. Birth in spiritual is death in physical. And it's ongoing, continuous cycle of life. She even says that in meditations, she is speaking with those that are not longer here and that she loved a lot. So even that is true. It was funny because many of those two which she spoke still are saying that all of this is pseudoscience. And one of my favorite writers, Chopra, even said that even though he is, we all know that he is, besides that he wrote, I think now, 100 books, he's a neuroendocrinologist, so he's a doctor by profession, but he is much, much more than I could even grasp. He is my favorite wizard. So many times he points that he had through this journey experiences where he was called pseudoscientists, where he was ridiculed, and where his knowledge in this area was called woo-woo stuff. So whoever thinks that it's woo-woo stuff means that he is, I wouldn't say stupid, but he's still stuck in old beliefs. Times are changing faster than ever. I'm fortunate to be Aquarius, and we are now and will be for many, many years ahead in the area of Aquarius. We are fast learners, we like to explore, and ever since I started this and ever since I practice this, I can tell you that results are amazing. Literally, my skin is great. Everything is great. I enjoy in everything that used to bother me. Literally, everything that used to annoy me and that I was in resistance with now literally can't touch me. Literally can't touch me. Because I allow it and I bring the awareness to what I'm feeling. I no longer identify with the feeling. And because I no longer identifying with the feeling, it has no power over me. That's why it's also great to never allow anyone to piss you off, because whoever has the ability and capacity to piss you off, that just means that they have power over you. If you had total control and power over yourself, nobody would be able and nobody would have that privilege to piss you off. That's luxury. That's luxury. Especially if you know that whenever you are angry, it's like you are drinking poison. Your internal organs are suffering whenever someone pisses you off. It's like you're drinking poison. So be unbothered. Let them Let them come and go. People, events, circumstances. Never be attached to experiences. So be aware, as I said and mentioned previously, that everything that you watch is a ghost. I'm a ghost. Every experience is past as soon as it starts. My words are past because my thought to express it, everything is, and how everything is changing and how everything is fluctuation. That's how parallel universes and parallel realities work. Always know that you are guided, that you are protected, that the big guy from the sky saw all your effort, knows your deepest heart's desires, and there is no need for you to repeat. One of my favorite actresses recently spoke about how people for so long were gossiping about how what's wrong with her. She is not capable to keep the man. And she laughed and she said, of course, I'm not crazy to keep the man who is not worthy of keeping. And she is now happy, and she now has a great guy who it's more than obvious when you see them that they are soulmates. So every challenge is just a stepping stone for the greater vision from above for you. If you are not where you want to be, don't give up, push through, and know that that's just forming you and preparing you for the greatest possible story of your life. As David Baer would say, no artist takes perfect sculpture and presents that to the world. Every great art is first just a piece of clay. How great piece of art comes to fruition? Like us, like diamonds. So whatever was shaping you in a form of hardship just formed you and made you who you are now. Life is school. We always learn, and as long as you are learning, that means that you are moving forward. The day you lose desire and drive to learn means that you are slowly but surely signing off. Allow the infinite spirit to express itself through you. You, me, every single person is just instrument for the spirit to work through you. That's why I'm saying I'm fascinated by new transformational teachers who have zero preparing before they have live events. Do you know how much power that emanates to be able to step in front of, let's say, 3,000 people and just allow the divine to flow through you? That's so awesome, and I like to watch those kinds of live events because they are proof how the infinite intelligence is literally using you to be the voice. And that's why I'm at the beginning it seemed like that's not impossible for me, but of course it is. And I will always here speak without zero preparation, just from my experience, and to show you by the example how I walk what I talk. So we will share here time, and you will be the witness how I'm improving. Not because I think that I will, let's say, when I reach some goal, be different person. Of course I won't. I will always be the same. And that's why Jim Carrey said, I wish everybody to become successful, rich, and famous, to see that that's not the point, that's not the goal. If you're not fine here now, you will never be. If somebody said, would now came and told you this whole world belongs to you, do you really think that you would be a different person? Of course you wouldn't. You would be hyper emotional. For people who got huge lotteries said that they were happy, most of them about half an hour, and then everything went back to as it used to be. They were as they used to be. So I am doing this because I know that I was brought back to be the voice, to speak, to allow source, to allow God, to allow spirit to use me as instrument. Because what other point would be for God to bring me back? I see no uh, valuable reason. And that's what I was saying about that woman. She didn't have near that experience, but uh, as she progresses in spiritual journey, more and more feels pulled toward the other side. And imagine how that felt for me. I literally know that during the hardest pain ever, I wasn't crying. I was literally, even my doctor was in, even now when I go to, from time to time, I have appointments to stay in touch and to just have conversation about how I'm taking care about myself and how things are going. And he's my favorite human in the world because he gave me strength when I needed the most. He was literally sent from God, link from God. And whenever I pray for myself, for my family, he's always included. I love him more than I love myself, literally, because he's awesome guy. Awesome. Smart, intelligent, beautiful, but so humble. Even he was in awe how brave I was. He couldn't believe that I was literally, because I surrendered. I had zero, I wasn't crying, I wasn't scared. I I remember my thoughts at the midst of happening. I said and I thought, if this is it, I'm I'm at peace with it. And that's why I think I was brought back, even though I felt that something there is much better than all this material world. And I know that my mission is to speak about it, and I will speak as long as I'm here, to help people once and for all let go of fears, to help people once and for all surrender and let go. So that's why I begin to have slightly insights in how that masonry and those societies work. So literally that means when your old identity dies and when you step in new empowered identity, you literally become unstoppable. You literally become unstoppable. And